What if I told you the secret to a healthier heart, stronger bones, and sharper mind wasn't hiding in an expensive supplement bottle or behind a pharmacy counter, but quietly waiting in the canned goods aisle of your local grocery store? Yes, I'm talking about canned sardines. They don't look like much. Most people walk right past them, scrunching their noses at the smell, thinking they're outdated or too old-fashioned for a modern healthy aging diet. But what if we've been missing the point all along? Here's the truth. Canned sardines are one of the most overlooked superfoods available to seniors today. Behind that humble metal lid lies a powerhouse of nutrients that directly supports elderly wisdom and vitality. Nutritionists and cardiologists often refer to sardines as nature's arterial cleanser and calcium supplement without the capsule. Why? Because each small fish is packed with high levels of omega-3 for seniors, ready-to-use calcium, vitamin D, and coenzyme Q10. These aren't just trendy buzzwords. These are life-changing molecules. Let's start with the smell. That strong ocean aroma many find off-putting? That's actually the scent of pure, long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, EPA, and DHA. The kind your body cannot produce on its own. The stronger the smell, the more potent the benefits. These fatty acids are essential for senior heart health, brain function, and muscle recovery. But that's just the beginning. Sardines come with their soft, edible bones intact. Unlike fresh fish where the bones are thrown away, canned sardines offer a unique gift: calcium that your body absorbs far more efficiently than tablets or fortified drinks. In fact, a single can provides up to 35% of your daily calcium needs. That makes a difference when we talk about elderly bone health and preventing conditions like osteoporosis. But the magic of sardines doesn't stop at bone strength. Their omega-3 profile is second to none. You could pay 10 times more for fish oil capsules and still not get the same bioavailability. Why? Because these nutrients are delivered through real food in a form your body recognizes and utilizes more effectively. Comparative studies show that the omega-3 from sardines is absorbed up to 60% better than from supplements. That's a massive edge for anyone focused on muscle health seniors or maintaining clarity of mind in later years. And let's talk about price. In a world where quality often comes with a heavy cost, canned sardines break the mold. For less than the price of a coffee, you're getting a compact, balanced, senior-friendly nutritional treasure that rivals wild salmon without the $30 per kilo price tag. That's more than a bargain. It's an opportunity. Most of all, they're convenient. No prep. No fridge. No fuss. Just open a can, grab a fork, and you have a ready-made meal rich in protein, healthy fats, and essential minerals. That's why they've become a hidden gem in senior nutrition tips shared by those who truly value simplicity and health. But not all cans are created equal. For the best results, look for sardines packed in olive oil or water. Skip the ones in sunflower oil, as they can be high in pro-inflammatory omega-6. If you're watching calories, go for the water-packed version. Tomato sauce and flavored options? Enjoy occasionally, but keep an eye on added sugars and sodium. Environmentally, sardines are a dream. They're one of the most sustainable fish on the planet. They reproduce quickly, sit low on the food chain, and don't accumulate heavy metals like larger fish do. That means you're choosing not only a healthy aging diet, but a planet-friendly 1-2. So the next time you walk past that little shelf at the grocery store, remember, what's inside that might be the very thing your body's been quietly asking for. The wisdom of the elderly isn't just about years lived. It's about choices made. And sometimes, the best choices are the simplest ones. Ready to hear what happens when this little fish becomes a part of your life? Do you wake up feeling tired, even after a full night's sleep? Struggle to climb a simple staircase without catching your breath? Do your joints quietly ache with every movement, reminding you that time is passing and perhaps your body isn't quite what it used to be? These are not just signs of aging. These are your body's quiet cries for help. And often, the answers don't come from expensive pills or complicated regimens. Sometimes, they come from what you already have, sitting silently in your kitchen cabinet. This is where the true elderly wisdom begins, because long before pharmacies were on every corner, before health trends came and went, there was a small silverfish that supported entire generations through hard times and limited resources, the humble sardine. Our grandparents knew its value instinctively. Today, science confirms it. Canned sardines for seniors are more than food. They're nourishment in its most authentic form. The kind that supports your heart, your bones, your brain, and yes, even your mood. Let's begin with your heart. Cardiovascular problems remain one of the top concerns for older adults. Arteries silently narrow over time. Blood pressure creeps up. Fatigue sets in without clear cause. But sardines come armed with a powerful trio: omega-3 for seniors, vitamin D, and coenzyme Q10. These three work in harmony to reduce inflammation, support stable heart rhythms, thin the blood naturally, and ease the burden on your arteries. Regular consumption of sardines has been shown to reduce the risk of heart disease by up to 30%. Not through magic, but through consistent nourishment that your body actually knows how to use. That's not a marketing claim. It's a scientific reality and a gift to those pursuing senior heart health in a natural way. And now, let's speak of bones. Those creaky knees, the dull ache in your lower back, the wrists that feel more fragile than before. These are whispers that your bone stock is slowly depleting. And if you're relying only on calcium tablets to restore it, you may be getting only part of the story. The calcium in sardines is different. It's complete. It's absorbed up to 3 times better than synthetic supplements because it comes with the necessary companions, vitamin D and phosphorus. Together, these nutrients strengthen bone structure, improve density, and prevent fractures that too often lead to hospital stays for seniors. In a Spanish study, postmenopausal women who ate sardines just 3 times a week significantly improved their bone density in only 6 months. That's not slow progress. That's transformation. But there's more. What about your brain? Maybe you've noticed it. Names don't come to mind as quickly. Words sit on the tip of your tongue. You forget why you walked into a room. This isn't just forgetfulness. This is your brain telling you it needs support. And again, sardines step forward. They are exceptionally rich in DHA, a form of omega-3 that's vital for maintaining neural connections. Think of DHA as the oil that keeps the gears of your memory turning smoothly. It protects against cognitive decline, sharpens mental clarity, improves sleep, and even uplifts your mood. Researchers have shown that frequent consumption of small fatty fish, like sardines, reduces the risk of Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative conditions. This is not wishful thinking. It's the power of real food. So, if you're wondering how to introduce sardines into your life when you've never really liked them, don't worry. It doesn't take much. Start with small changes. Mix them into mashed sweet potatoes. Fold them into savory muffins. Toss them into a salad or spread them on toast with a little cream cheese. As you adjust, you'll grow to appreciate that bold, briny taste of the sea. Here's a gentle challenge. Try adding just 2 cans of sardines a week to your meals for 1 month. Then watch what happens. You might notice more energy throughout the day. Your joints might feel less stiff. Your sleep could deepen. Your skin may begin to glow again. And your grocery bill might actually go down. In the world of senior nutrition tips, very few foods deliver this kind of return. Sardines offer what no supplement can: real, complete natural nourishment designed for human health. And that's where elderly wisdom shines once again. The most effective solutions are often the ones hiding in plain sight. The remedies our ancestors trusted, now backed by research, waiting for us to rediscover them. In a can, on a shelf. Within reach, let's keep going. Because the best is yet to come. You've likely asked yourself before, if sardines are so powerful, so good for the body, why don't doctors talk about them more? Why do shelves overflow with supplements, powders, and pills? But this simple, natural solution remains in the shadows? The answer is not just surprising. It's deeply revealing. Because the truth is, canned sardines for seniors may very well offer what the pharmaceutical industry quietly fears: a low-cost, natural alternative to some of their most profitable products. Omega-3 capsules, calcium tablets, vitamin D supplements. What if a humble can could make many of them unnecessary? It sounds bold, but science supports it. Let's talk about what sardines truly contain. Not just nutrients, but anti-aging tools. At the cellular level, selenium, for example, activates your body's own youth enzymes. It's one of the most powerful anti-aging minerals known, and sardines are full of it. Then there's astaxanthin, a pigment that gives salmon and sardines their rich hue. It's 6,000 times more potent than vitamin C. That's not a typo. It actively fights oxidative stress, repairs cell damage, and supports the skin's elasticity, helping you maintain a more youthful appearance. But perhaps the most fascinating compound is a rare nutrient called D, naturally found in sardines. It has a unique ability to firm the skin from within, reducing the sagging and thinning that many associate with aging. These are not cosmetic claims. These are biological effects, rooted in how your body regenerate in a study measuring biological markers of aging. Adults who consumed sardines 3 times a week showed profiles similar to people 5 to 7 years younger. The change wasn't just in appearance, it was in the very way their bodies functioned. That's the kind of healthy aging diet the elderly deserve. One rooted not in empty promises, but in nature's quiet brilliance. But there's more. Sardines may also offer protection where few foods do against cancer. Yes, cancer. They contain bioactive peptides that have been shown to inhibit tumor growth, stimulate immune defenses, and reduce angiogenesis, the process that feeds blood to cancerous cells. In an Italian study of over 4,000 participants, those who ate small fatty fish like sardines regularly saw a 35% reduction in the risk for certain cancers. That's not just encouraging. That's life-changing. And yet, most people still overlook this tiny fish. Athletes, students, even high-performing professionals are now beginning to realize what older generations once knew. Sardines improve muscle recovery. They enhance concentration. They support long-term endurance. Why? Because of their rare combination of natural creatine, carnosine, and anserine compounds that many try to supplement artificially, but are already present in perfect balance inside that can. For muscle health. Seniors, this is a game changer. Muscle mass declines with age. But with the right nourishment, real nourishment, you can maintain strength, mobility, and independence well into your later years. And perhaps the most poetic proof of sardines, power comes from the blue zones. Those rare places on Earth where people regularly live beyond 100 years. Sardinia, Italy. Okinawa, Japan. In both, small fatty fish like sardines are eaten almost daily. Is it coincidence? Or is it elderly wisdom handed down through generations, quietly shaping lifespans? Modern science says it's no coincidence at all, because those little fish don't just nourish. They protect, they preserve, they heal. They offer what no synthetic pill ever can: harmony with your body's own biology. So the next time you wonder if you're doing enough for your future self, ask this: have I truly explored the simplest, most effective option? Or have I overlooked it because it came in a can instead of a box with a brand name? This isn't just a meal. It's a quiet revolution on your dinner plate, and you're just beginning to uncover what it can do for you. Let's go deeper. There's still so much more this little fish has to give in the quiet moments of the day, when your back tightens as you stand from the chair, or your knees remind you of every year you've lived. It is easy to believe that aging must come with pain, that fatigue is normal, that forgetting small things is just part of getting older. But what if those signs were more than just age? What if they were your body's nutritional cry for help? And what if the answer wasn't something new, but something rediscovered? This is where elderly wisdom rises above trends, because the body doesn't ask for complicated interventions. It asks for nourishment. Clean, whole, powerful nourishment. And once again, the answer leads us back to the quiet hero of this story, sardines. Let's talk about blood sugar. Nearly 1 in 3 older adults struggles with high glucose levels or prediabetes, often silently. The standard solution? Medication, routine testing, and more medication. But what if the food you eat could balance your blood sugar naturally? Sardines are rich in chromium and specific omega-3s, which play a vital role in insulin sensitivity. In a study led by endocrinologist Dr. Marco Spinella in Naples, pre-diabetic seniors who added sardines to their diet 3 to 4 times per week saw their blood sugars stabilize within 3 months without changes to medication. That's not just nutrition, that's healing from the inside out. Then there's your gut, often called your second brain. Your gut influences everything from your digestion to your immunity to your mood. Sardines feed the good bacteria in your intestines, helping to reduce inflammation, strengthen the lining of your gut, and improve digestion. In just 14 days. A Japanese study found sardine consumption significantly shifted the gut microbiota of older adults, leading to better transit, stronger immunity, and improved mood regulation. For seniors, this can be the difference between chronic discomfort and a calm, steady digestive rhythm. And for those living in cities surrounded by pollution and stress, sardines offer something rarely discussed: protection from environmental toxins. Their selenium content helps bind and remove heavy metals from the body. Their unique proteins assist the liver in detoxifying, and their antioxidants fight cellular damage caused by fine particulate pollution. Parisian researchers discovered that taxi drivers routinely exposed to high levels of air pollution who consumed sardines regularly had significantly higher resilience to its harmful effects than those who didn't. Imagine what that could mean for seniors navigating urban life every day. But perhaps the most unexpected gift of sardines lies in their impact on mental health. Your brain needs certain nutrients to produce the chemicals that govern your emotions: serotonin, dopamine, BDNF, the molecule that sparks new neural growth. Without the right raw materials, these processes slow, leaving you vulnerable to depression, anxiety, and brain fog. Canned sardines for seniors are naturally rich in all 3 of these building blocks. A large-scale Norwegian study of 10,000 participants showed that those who consume sardines 2 to 3 times a week had a 30% lower risk of depression. That's not a small lift. That's a new lease on emotional well-being. This is where senior nutrition tips often fall short because they forget that mood. Memory, digestion, and energy are not separate. They are one system. And that system, when nourished well, begins to restore itself. And if you're still not convinced, look once more to the people who've lived the longest. In Sardinia, one of the world's most renowned blue zones. Sardines are not a trend. They are tradition. They are eaten almost daily. And those who eat them enjoy some of the world's highest longevity rates and lowest rates of degenerative disease. These people are not chasing youth. They are simply living it quietly, naturally, with food that sustains the human body in every way. It was meant to be sustained. So maybe the next time you stand up and feel that twinge of discomfort, you'll remember, your body isn't failing. It's asking for help. And maybe that help doesn't come in a bottle. Maybe it comes in a can. Maybe it tastes like the sea. Maybe it smells a little stronger than you're used to. But maybe, just maybe, it's exactly what your body's been waiting for. Let's move to the final truth, because there's still one more layer of healing left to reveal. If you could slow the clock on your joints, your heart, your mind, would you do it? If the secret to aging gracefully, painlessly, joyfully was not some expensive breakthrough, but something old, familiar, and forgotten, would you reach for it? This is what elderly wisdom teaches us, that longevity isn't about cheating death. It's about nourishing life. And for those willing to listen, canned sardines may be one of the most powerful allies in that pursuit, because this little fish holds more than calcium and protein. It holds answers. It holds protection. Let's start with fertility and hormonal health, two areas rarely connected with sardines, but deeply influenced by what we eat. For couples trying to conceive, sardines have shown surprising results. Their dense nutrition helps regulate female hormones, improve sperm quality, and even supports the early development of the fetal brain. One fertility clinic in Spain saw their success rate double after encouraging patients to eat sardines 4 times a week. This wasn't about magic. It was about minerals, omega-3 south, and fat-soluble vitamins doing what they were designed to do. But what about weight? If you struggled with diets that feel endless, or your body seems to resist every effort, consider this. Sardines support weight regulation from within. They act on leptin, your satiety hormone. They boost adiponectin, your natural fat-burning signal. They improve insulin sensitivity, which in turn reduces fat storage, especially in the belly and waistline. In Brazil, a clinical trial found that people following a diet that included daily sardines lost 50% more weight than those on the same calorie intake without them. And perhaps one of the most underappreciated benefits for seniors: joint health. If you wake up to stiff fingers or a back that resists bending, you know the toll osteoarthritis can take. But sardines bring more than relief. They bring regeneration. They contain bioactive marine collagen, natural anti-inflammatory peptides, and bone-active calcium. Arthritis patients who consume sardines regularly reported a 60% reduction in joint pain after just 3 months. That's not just relief. That's repair. Now, take a step back and look at the whole picture. You're not just supporting your bones or heart or brain. You're giving your entire body a full-spectrum defense against the wear of time. You're restoring what age has gradually taken. And you're doing it with a food that costs less than most snacks on the shelf. This is what we mean by healthy aging diet. This is how we honor the wisdom that comes with years, because true senior wellness doesn't come from chasing youth. It comes from building strength at every level, cell by cell, meal by meal. And sardines are more than nutrition. They are a philosophy, a quiet revolution in how we age, how we heal, how we care for ourselves and for those we love. So here's your invitation. Make it simple. Add just 2 to 3 cans of sardines per week into your routine. That's it. No fancy meal plans. No complicated restrictions. Just one small shift. Then observe. Notice how your sleep deepens, how your energy steadies, how your joints become less vocal, how your mind starts to feel clearer, more alert, how your cravings calm, how your strength returns. This isn't theory. This is a lived truth, shared by centenarians, confirmed by scientists, carried by those who refuse to accept decline as destiny. So next time you walk through your grocery store, pause by that canned fish aisle. Let go of what you thought you knew. And remember that sometimes the most powerful medicine comes not from a lab, but from the sea you've just uncovered. One of the best-kept secrets in senior nutrition tips. But knowledge is nothing without action. If this message stirred something in you, let it move you to change. Like this video if it gave you even one aha moment. Subscribe to our channel and tap the bell so you don't miss what's coming next, because next time we'll reveal the sardine recipe favored by centenarians in Sardinia and share this with someone you care about. A friend battling fatigue, a loved one worried about their heart, a neighbor who thinks it's too late to feel strong again. Because every share spreads the truth. Every click builds a community of clarity and care. Comment Sardine Tribe. If you're ready to join this quiet revolution, together we can reclaim vitality, one meal at a time. And remember, elderly wisdom isn't about looking back. It's about choosing wisely starting today. We often spend our lives searching far and wide for answers. We chase complicated solutions. We pour money into promises wrapped in bright packaging and bold claims. But sometimes the answer has been sitting quietly in front of us all along. That's the story of the sardine. Not flashy, not fashionable, but powerful beyond measure. This little fish is not just a source of nutrition. It's a symbol of simplicity done right. Of elderly wisdom passed down through generations that knew how to thrive with less, but never settled for less in health. Let's take a final look at what this silver-skinned wonder really offers you. For your heart, it brings omega-3 south in the famitundo, most natural, absorbable form, lowering blood pressure, easing arterial stiffness, and supporting rhythmic balance. It's one of the greatest gifts for senior heart health. And it does it without side effects, without prescriptions. For your bones, it offers bioavailable calcium and vitamin D nutrients that absorb beautifully because they come wrapped in a real food matrix. That's the key to elderly bone health. Not just what you eat, but how your body receives it. For your brain, it delivers DHA, selenium, zinc, and natural antioxidants that protect neurons, improve memory, and fight off mental fog. It fuels cognition, uplifts mood, and serves as a natural buffer against depression and age-related decline. That's not just brain food. That's a form of self-respect. For your muscles, it provides protein, creatine, and recovery compounds that allow you to stay active, balanced, and strong. In the conversation around muscle health seniors, sardines deserve to be front and center. For your metabolism, it balances insulin, supports fat-burning hormones, and helps regulate appetite from within, giving your body the tools to manage weight naturally. For your immunity, it nourishes the gut, detoxifies the liver, and arms your cells with anti-inflammatory compounds that calm chronic conditions before they take root. And for your longevity, it carries the wisdom of centuries rooted in cultures where aging is not feared, but honored, where meals are medicine and nourishment is not outsourced to pills or powders, where people live well into their 90s and 100s, not just surviving, but thriving. This is the spirit of the healthy aging diet that sardines quietly represent, a way of eating that restores instead of depletes, that strengthens instead of inflames, that honors the full picture of who you are, not just your blood work, but your story, your rhythm, your pace of life, because you deserve more than just management of symptoms. You deserve renewal, and this is your moment to begin. Not with a sweeping overhaul, not with fear or guilt, but with one simple shift, one can, one choice, one act of kindness toward your own body. Add sardines to your plate 2 or 3 times. This week, maybe in a salad, maybe on toast, maybe blended into a savory dish. However you choose, just begin. Notice what changes. Notice how you feel, not just physically, but emotionally. A little steadier, a little stronger, a little more in tune with your energy, your hunger, your clarity. That's not coincidence. That's the quiet work of nourishment doing what it was meant to do. And as you take that step, you're not alone. You're part of a growing movement. A tribe of people who are reclaiming their health through real food, real knowledge, and real action. People choosing simplicity over complexity, nature over noise, truth over trend. So here's your invitation, your mission. Like this video if it sparked even one insight worth keeping. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss what's next. We're just getting started, and we're in this together. Share this with someone you love, someone who's been feeling tired, someone who's tried everything but still doesn't feel whole. This small act might be the spark that shifts their journey to . And if you're ready to walk this path with us, comment below, Sardine Tribe. Let us know you're here. Let us know you're choosing health, not hype, nourishment, not noise, wisdom, not worry. Because elderly wisdom is not about looking back. It's about living forward with purpose, with clarity, and with the courage to believe that healing doesn't have to be hard. Sometimes it's just a silver can away. And that power? It's always been within your reach.